David Brody from Elvis Duran, The Morning Show. On the phone now is Adam Reed, creator of the hit TV show Archer. Let's talk to him.
Hello?
Hello, Adam Reed.
Hello.
Adam Reed, hello. David Brody from Elvis Duran, The Morning Show. How are you today?
I'm great. How are you doing?
Okay, I'm doing great, except, you know, the season 3 of Archer is over, so I have to wait. Now, how many months am I waiting?
Oh,
I need season 4.
You're waiting 9 months.
All right, you suck. All right, that's how we'll start the interview.
It's like a baby. We gestate for 9 months and then give birth to another season of Archer.
Oh my God! Now, what are you going to do in your life for 9 months to come up with the depravity, the pornography, the insensitivity that comes in every season of Archer? What do you do for inspiration?
I just live my life and then take copious notes, and then that becomes Archer.
Adam Reed, of course, the creative Archer. You're also the writer of a new book, How to Archer, as told in the voice of the character of Archer. And that book is out now, correct?
Yes, sir.
Okay, now I'm talking to you, and I'm a big fan of the show. Thursdays on FX. You play Ray Gillette, the gay secret agent, and I sort of hear him as I'm talking to you.
Yeah, it's basically just my voice.
Right, but now what do you do? Yeah, obviously you inflect it a little bit. You don't sound quite like Ray.
A little bit higher, and Ray is usually exasperated by something that Archer is doing or has just done. So I think it's just a hint of exasperation.
Well, give me a little bit of Ray. If I say something like, "Wow, you're almost a secret agent."
Almost. Honey, I am a secret agent.
That's great. So Archer, of course, voiced by H. John Benjamin, impeccable timing on the show, and of course Chris Parnell.
Yes.
Chris Parnell is the reason I watch Archer. Now, he's the reason I started watching Archer, I should say. Everything he's in, I laugh at. Every show he does, every guest appearance he makes. And when I saw he was going to be on Archer, I said, whatever it is, it's got to be funny. So, did you approach Chris? Were you familiar with his work, or did he audition like everybody else?
No, we very, very familiar with his work. We when we were casting the show, we sent out little character descriptions of everybody, and then sent the casting call out to all the agents. And the first person when we were describing Mallory Archer, Sterling's mom, we described the character and then said in parentheses, think Jessica Walter. And then Jessica Walter's agent emailed us back and said, how about the actual Jessica Walter?
Wow.
And so we, were just floored that she would agree to do this pilot. And then we sort of stopped everything and said, well, now wait a minute. Jessica Walter has agreed to do this. We can now drop her name, and instead of just asking, whoever to audition for the role of Cyril, who do we really like? Chris Parnell. Let's call him and drop Jessica Walter's name and see if he'll do the pilot. And that's how we got this great cast, was all basically by using Jessica Walter's name.
Well, thank Jessica Walter. Because of her, then, you got Chris and you got me. So she's responsible for at least one viewer.
Yeah. I think she's responsible for a lot of our viewers, and I think she's definitely, I owe her a tremendous debt.
Well, she's a great actress, and yet she voices a character that uses all kinds of sexual aids, sleeps around, she's an alcoholic. So amazing that you get her to do those things. In fact, speaking of people who do things, I interviewed Aisha Tyler a couple of weeks ago, who plays Lana Kane. And as you know, Lana spelled backwards is anal. And
I did not know that.
Well, you please put that in.
God.
You got to put that in next season. I can't believe that. I meant to tell you that. Why haven't you done that yet? Why hasn't...
Nobody has ever mentioned that on the show.
Well, there you go.
And that worked. Oh,
well,
my gosh.
Please put David Brody in the credits on that episode, but I kept asking myself...
Based on the story by...
Please, why hasn't Archer said, remember, Lana, your name backwards is anal, and backwards is how I want to do it. So, yeah, I thought you wrote the name Lana so that you could someday use the name anal, but okay.
No, that's brilliant.
Thank you. Good, I have you on tape saying that. So I talked to Aisha about how she's the hottest character on television, and she told me a story about how you two argued over what was funnier, ball slappinest or ball slappiest.
We did. It wasn't an argument. It was two comedy wonks trying to figure out what was funny, and I think we went with slappiest.
Yes.
Yeah, and she, she's long-time comedian and who takes her craft of comedy very seriously.
Well, she's still upset about it, apparently, because that stuck out in her head when I said, what's the dirtiest line you've ever used on the show? And she said, well, maybe not dirtiest, but the one that stuck out the most to her. It still sticks in her craw that you won that one.
Yeah, and to be able to break comedy down like that with somebody is really fun. And her stand-up is great if you ever get a chance to go see her shows.
I've seen her stand-up. In fact, before the interview, I went and watched every YouTube video I could to catch up, and she's brilliant. So it doesn't surprise me that her timing on the show on Archer is so great. Was there a cartoon that influenced you growing up? Because the kind of language and subject matter, which, by the way, I love the warning before every episode about it has every warning you could imagine before Archer. Violence, nudity, profanity.
It's got all the squares filled.
Yeah, it's got all the squares filled. What cartoon was it Bugs Bunny's sarcasm that inspired you? Because there's really nothing comparable when you and I were kids that would compare to what you're doing on Archer.
No, but I was a huge fan of Bugs Bunny and all the Warner Brothers cartoons and Saturday mornings. It's different now with kids. There's not like the set time to go watch cartoons because you can always find a cartoon. But when we were kids, Saturday morning, so I'd be up at like 6:30, bowl of cereal, pajamas, and I would sit in front of the big wooden cabinet TV.
Absolutely.
Until noon.
Yeah, I'm an only child.
Just stagger outside like I've been in a casino for 48 hours.
Yeah, I'm an only child, so that was my Saturday. My family was the cartoons, the Hanna-Barbera specials, and the Croft Super Show. That was what I did.
Oh, my God. The Croft Super Show. That was so crazy.
Wheelie and the Chopper Bunch, and Hong Kong Phooey, and the Bay City Rollers.
Dr. Shrinker?
Yep, and Sigmund and the Sea Monsters.
Oh, my God, I love Sigmund and the Sea Monsters so much.
And not one of them ever tied up anybody and shot them to death with a cucumber in their rear end. So
no, they never did that. And for good reason, I guess.
I guess so. What would you say is the most offensive line in the 3 years of Archer that you wrote it and you said, yeah, this is it. This is the one. I can't believe I got this into a TV show.
I can't think of one at the moment because there's so many that are just wrong. And if you heard somebody say them in real life, you would throw acid at the person probably.
Okay, but nothing that you were going to put in that you didn't put in that you said this will never. It's too much.
No, FX is very. They really give us a long rope. So I can't really think of a time when I've really wanted something and they said no, that's too much.
Good. Well, that's the kind of freedom you need. Your show wouldn't work on NBC. They can't edit it like The Sopranos and put it on regular television.
I thought it would be about 4 minutes long.
There you go. Well, listen. Tell me about the book real quick. How to Archer. What am I going to learn from picking up this book? If I'm a fan of the show, what am I going to get out of it?
You were going to learn how to be a spy. You're going to learn how to dress. You're going to learn how to pick up ladies or men. I guess a lot of these things would work for either. And you're going to learn how to make about 1,000 cocktails or 50. I don't know. A big chunk of the book is drink recipes.
That works, and that is how to Archer. To be Archer is to be the world's worst and best spy and have fun doing it, and somehow survive gunshots, stab wounds. And have sex with Lana every once in a while. So it's a good life for Archer.
It's a great life for Archer.
Well, it's a great life for anybody who watches Archer on FX Thursday nights. We have to wait 9 months now for season 4. Adam, I'm a huge fan. I'm going to look forward to an anal joke now in season 4.
It's happening as we speak.
Good. That's Brody with a Y. I am a comedy writer. It would mean a lot to me. Thank you very much for a couple of minutes of your time. Thank you for the show that you give us and for the book. I can't wait to pick it up. Adam Reed, creator of the FX show, Archer, and the book, of course, How to Archer. Adam, thank you very much for a few minutes. Thank you.
Thank you for having me.
All righty. Bye-bye. So there you go. Season 4 of Archer. Look for the Lana anal joke. Think of me when you think of anal. Wait a minute. Think of me when you think of Lana and the anal joke. My little contribution to Archer.